What are the hermits planning? Because they are planning something. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Chaotic Good. You can think of me as a low-budget Hermitcraft recap with occasional comments that no one cares about. Today, we're talking about what we know so far about Hermitcraft Season 10. First, you might be wondering, what makes me think that they're planning anything? And to answer that, we need to take a look at the previous seasons. For the past 4 seasons, we've had a major server-wide event. In Season 6, we had the Civil War. In Season 7, we had the Turf War. In Season 8, we had the Big Moon event. And most recently, in Season 9, we had the Empire's crossover. Now, I know that the earlier of these events were not planned, but the later were. And it would not surprise me if they had something new planned for Season 10, given the success of the crossover. Now, some of you may point to Demise as the big event, but you would be wrong. Demise is a fun little game, but it won't last long. It seems to be just a fun thing to complete the circle with the Life series. For those of you who don't know, the original Demise game from Season 6 inspired the Life series, which in turn inspired this edition of Demise. In my opinion, Demise is just the warm-up act. The main event is going to be the prize. So the real question is what that prize is going to be, and what it is going to do. Now, I do have an outlandish theory, and it ties into a couple of things. Firstly, you need to know that the Hermits have decided to use some of the experimental features for 1.21 that we have been seeing in the snapshots. This means that they are already making use of things like the Crafter and the Villager trade rebalance. However, they have decided not to allow trial chambers to spawn as they are still undergoing major changes. My thinking is that when 1.21 releases fully, the Hermits plan to run a competition around these trial chambers. Perhaps something like who can kill the most breezers, or who can collect the most of a certain unique loot item. This would work quite well, as the trial chambers are specifically designed for multiplayer gameplay. If this is the plan, we would likely see a lot of team-ups between Hermits. Anyway, back to what we were actually talking about, the Demise prize. As we know, it is something that will be useful in the future, and something that everyone badly wants. If my theory is correct, then I believe that it will be an item that can help a player to locate a trial chamber. There is already speculation that Mojang plans to add such an item, as the trial chambers are somewhat difficult to look for. Anyway, there's my wild speculation. In other news, there are new members this season. Joel and Skiz have joined the Hermitcraft team. You'll likely recognise them from things like the Life series. Personally, I think they are both great additions to the group, and look forward to seeing what they do this season. In particular, I am very happy for Skiz, as he is a very underrated creator. On a completely unrelated note, the jokes this season are hilarious. Like, Mumbo pulled this in episode 1.
Here you go. And here are some sticks for it. I didn't assemble them for you.
Typical Swede, giving it to me in a flat pack.
And not just the Hermits, the Hermitcraft recap as well.
So having attempted to be a monarch last season, Ren begins this season with Communism.
Also, Mumbo building a super efficient slime farm at the start of this season that was inspired by the failed slime farm he built at the start of last season is completely hilarious. Things certainly feel like they're building up to something, so I'll do my best to keep you all updated as the start of Season 10 unfolds. Maybe subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.